Hello, dear students. Hope you're doing good. Please stay at home and stay safe. Use masks and sanitizers while going out, and you have to stay safe. Before moving to today's class, let us do a good deed to us. Not only to us, to our Mother Earth. Let's plant a sapling. Usually, soil is the medium of cultivation, right? But as an alternative of soil, we can use cocoa peat. In Malayalam, it is called chagrichora. We can use this for cultivation. Let's see how. And we should plant more trees to save our Mother Earth. This cocoa peat should be soaked with water 15 minutes before cultivation. And we'll transfer this cocoa peat to our pot and we'll sow our pea seeds which are soaked. And we'll add some water. So you can place it in your home and see and record its growth. We should plant more trees to save our earth from destruction. We have planted a sapling and we can record its growth. So before moving to our class, I want all of you to observe a video. And I have never introduced the topic. You can observe the video carefully and you have to note down your inferences in your science diary.
ഈ കാണുന്ന ഓരോ ട്രേയും ഓരോ കുഞ്ഞു പാടമാണ്. മണ്ണിലേക്ക് മാറ്റി നടാനായി വിത്ത് മുളപ്പിച്ച് സൂക്ഷിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നതല്ല ഈ കാണുന്നത്. ട്രേയിൽ തന്നെ മുളപ്പിച്ച് ട്രേയിൽ തന്നെ വളർത്തി ട്രേയിൽ തന്നെ വിളവെടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു ന്യൂ ജനറേഷൻ കൃഷിരീതി. കൃഷി ചെയ്യാൻ സ്ഥലമില്ല, സമയമില്ല, പണമില്ല, വെയിലില്ല എന്നൊക്കെ പരാതി പറയുന്നവർക്കുള്ള മറുപടിയാണ് ഈ കൃഷി എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് ആൻഡ്രൂസ് നമുക്ക് കാണിച്ചു തരും. ചെടി വളർത്താൻ വേണ്ടത് ചകിരിച്ചോറാണ്. ഇതുപോലെ അമർത്തി കട്ടയാക്കിയ രൂപത്തിൽ പല അളവിൽ ചകിരിച്ചോറ് വാങ്ങാൻ കിട്ടും. വെള്ളം നനച്ച് അല്പനേരം ചകിരിച്ചോർ കട്ട സൂക്ഷിക്കുക.
പിന്നെ മീഡിയം ഇതിന് ചകിരിച്ചോറാണ് ഉപയോഗിക്കേണ്ടത്. ചകിരിച്ചോറിനും വലിയ വിലയില്ലാതെ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ ബാക്കി മണ്ണോ രാസവസ്തുക്കളോ ചാണകപ്പൊടിയോ ഇതൊന്നും ആവശ്യം.
I hope you have observed the video carefully and noted down your inferences. So tell me, what do you infer from the video? Yes, cultivation can be done without soil. There are other alternatives for soil and we can use these alternatives for cultivation. And by using the modern agricultural techniques, we can overcome the limitations of space, soil texture, climate change, etc. So today in this class, we are going to discuss about modern agricultural practices and a major modern agricultural practice that is called hydroponics. We'll see about details of hydroponics in today's class. After this class, you will be able to describe the process of hydroponics. You will be able to know the different plants used for hydroponics and you will understand the advantages of using hydroponic techniques. Let's move on to our first activity. This is a very interesting activity. You will be provided with jumbled words in the screen and you have to write them down in your notebooks. You have to rearrange the words given to form a meaningful definition for hydroponics. You have to use these keywords and arrange them properly to form a meaningful definition for hydroponics. So, note down the words given here and frame a meaningful sentence. The time allotted for this is 2 minutes. You have to write down the definition in your science diary. And your time starts now. You have 3 more seconds left and your time is up. And please put down your pens and complete your activity. I hope you have completed your activity. Then tell me, what is hydroponics? Hydroponics is a modern agricultural method of growing plants without soil using a nutrient solution. Okay, then repeat with me. Hydroponics is a modern agricultural method of growing plants without soil using a nutrient solution. Now you have been shown a diagram of hydroponic setup. You have to note down this diagram to your science diary. You have to draw a beaker and a plant with leaf and roots and then nutrient solution. And you have to label the parts: leaves, nutrient solution and the roots. I hope you have noted down this diagram to your science diary. Then let's move on to our second activity. This activity is an experiment and I'll show you the experiment of hydroponics. You have to observe the experiment very carefully and note down the different steps of hydroponic procedure in your science diary. Observe the activity very carefully and note down the step of hydroponic process in your science diary. And the time allotted for this activity is 6 minutes. You have to observe the activity very carefully. Okay, are you ready to start the experiment? This is a simple experiment to demonstrate hydroponics. For this, you need a glass bottle and 3 fertilizers, which are nitrogen, which is the major fertilizer used in hydroponics, and phosphorus, potassium. And you need a plant with roots and leaves and water. To start this experiment, we have to take the glass bottle and add water to this. You have to fill the water where the roots can reach, and you have to add the 3 fertilizers in equal proportions. You have to add the nitrogen, add the phosphorus, and you have to add the potassium. We have added the 3 fertilizers, out of which nitrogen is the most important component of hydroponics fertilizers. To mix all the 3 fertilizers very well, and our next step is we have to add our desired plant to the hydroponic setup. We have added the root, and to support this we need a supporting system. For this I have used a sponge, and then we have to fix the plant straight using the sponge. And we have to keep this in sunlight and monitor its growth and check for pests daily. So this is the simple experiment of hydroponics, and for this we have planted a plant in nutrient solution without using soil. I hope you are very clear with the experiment of hydroponics, and we have planted a sapling without soil in the nutrient solution. Which are the 3 nutrient solutions used? Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, out of which nitrogen is the major component. So I have given you an activity, and your activity time is over. I want you to read the step-by-step procedure of hydroponics. So the first step of hydroponics is arrange the hydroponic setup. Then the second step is mix the nutrients. Which were the nutrients? Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Mix the nutrients to a hydroponic tank. And the third step of hydroponics is add our plant to the hydroponic setup and fix its sides. We have to add our plants to the hydroponic setup and fix its sides. And the very last step of hydroponics is we have to monitor the plant growth daily. Monitor the plant growth and check for any pests in the hydroponic system. So I hope you have noted down the steps for hydroponics. First, we have to arrange the hydroponic system. Second, we have to add the nutrients to the tank. And third, we have to plant the sapling and fix its sides. And the fourth is monitor the plant growth daily. I hope you are very thorough with the hydroponic setup, and let's move to our third activity. This activity is very easy and the name of the activity is Odd One Out. You will be shown many pictures of vegetables here. You have to select the odd one out, and the criteria for picking up the odd one out is the plants which can be grown using hydroponic setup. There are certain plants which can be grown using the hydroponic setup. You have to pick the odd one out which cannot be cultivated using the hydroponic setup. The vegetables and the fruits pictures will be shown here, and the time for the activity is 3 minutes. Before starting the activity, I'll give you a hint. The hint is trees cannot be grown using hydroponics. Trees cannot be grown using hydroponics. So, you have to pick the odd one out which could not be grown using hydroponics from the given vegetables and fruits. And your time starts now. Time for the activity is going to end now. Your last 3 seconds is here and your time is up. And I hope you have completed the activity. So, hope you have found the answer to our activity. Certain plants such as vegetables can be grown using hydroponic setup. The major examples of vegetables which can be cultivated using the hydroponic techniques are cabbage, which is commonly seen in your home, and potato, which may be your favorite, and tomato. These are certain examples of plants which can be cultivated using hydroponics. And as I said before, trees could not be cultivated using the hydroponic setup. Apart from this, lettuce, cucumber, strawberries, etc. could also be cultivated using the hydroponics. Today, we have learned about hydroponics. I hope you have no doubts regarding the topic and you are free to ask any doubts if you have any. So, let's recapitulate the topic using an interesting activity. I'll give you a crossword puzzle. You have to note this down in your notebook. For that, you have to draw 11 boxes down. Have you drawn 11 boxes down? And from the 6th box, you have to draw 5 boxes to the right. From the 6th box, you have to draw 5 boxes to the right. And from the 8th box, you have to draw 7 boxes to the right. And from the 8th box, you have to draw 7 boxes to the right. And you have to mark it as 1, 2, 3 as shown in the picture. I'll give you 3 clues to find out the answer to the question. And your first clue for the first question is technique of growing plants without soil in a nutrient solution. Technique of growing plants without soil in a nutrient solution. You have to fill the answer down. Hope you have completed. And the second clue for the second question, identify the vegetable shown here. Identify the vegetable shown here. This is a very simple clue. You can easily identify the vegetable shown here. And the third question is the major fertilizer used in hydroponics. The major fertilizer used in hydroponics. So, I hope you have completed the crossword puzzle and got all the 3 answers. Answer of the given crossword puzzle. The technique of growing plants without soil using nutrient solution is hydroponics. Hydroponics. The first answer is hydroponics. And the second question, Identify the vegetable as potato. Potato. And the third question, the major fertilizer used in hydroponics is nitrogen. Nitrogen. I hope you have completed the crossword puzzle and clear about today's topic. In today's class, we have discussed about cultivation without soil, which is a common method to overcome the limitations of soil texture, climate change, lack of space, etc. The major modern technique used is hydroponics. Hydroponics is a modern agricultural method of growing plants without soil in a nutrient solution. And the four major steps of hydroponics process is: assemble the hydroponic system. Second, mix the nutrients to the tank. The major three nutrients used are nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. And third step is fix the plant to the setup. And fourth one is monitor the plant growth. The major vegetables which can be cultivated using the technique of hydroponics are potato, tomato, cucumber, lettuce, cabbage, etc. So I hope you are very thorough with today's topic. We should respect the effort of our farmers who are cultivating food for us. We should take agriculture as a profession if you are interested. And we should respect the people who are hardworking to get us food. Please take up your notebooks to write down the follow-up activities. You'll be given 3 questions and you have to answer the questions. The first question is: write down the advantages of modern agricultural practices over the traditional agricultural system. Second question is: you have to draw the hydroponic setup and label it in your science diary. And the third question is: you have to perform tray farming as I have shown in the video, firstly using the seeds which are familiar to you. In this class, I have used pea seeds. You can also use pea seeds. That is all about today's class. Please study the notes carefully and ask your doubts if you have any. Please stay at home and stay safe. Thank you and have a nice day.